There's a couple of things China does really well, making protesters disappear and making ball-bearing flipper pocket knives. So continuing the trend of reviewing knives that everyone else has already reviewed over a year ago, it's the Civivi Baklash.
The blade is 3.5 inches long. A modified drop point is what I'll call it. It's made out of 9 CR 18 MOV, which is 1 CR and 5 MOVs better than 8 CR 13 MOV. It has a forward finger choil that is just barely big enough for my finger. If you have particularly large sausage fingers, it might not be big enough. The blade seems perfectly centered in the handle. This one has some kind of black coating on the blade, but most of them come with a satin finish. The pocket clip is tip up and is deep carry. This one has a shiny stainless, but I've seen a black one on some of the other Backlash models. I don't know why they didn't use all black coated hardware on this completely black knife, but I wish they would have. My pocket clip appears to have a crack in it and it came loose after about a week of carrying it. I tightened it back down and I'm hoping it'll hang on. Otherwise, I'll have to see if a Kershaw clip or a clip off of a rake or a Ganzo will fit this knife. The mounting holes look kind of similar. The blade is deployed using a flipper tab and uses a ball bearing pivot system. The D10 is strong enough to make this knife the best deploying flipper that I own. This knife is a liner lock and has stainless steel liners on both sides that have been skeletonized to save weight. They're colored blue, but I kinda like that. The handle scales are made out of G10, not as grippy as Spyderco's G10. The pivot has Civivi's logo on it, which I think looks kinda nice, and I appreciate the lack of branding all over everything. The handle does have a lanyard hole for your rainbow colored paracord.
Size comparisons. The Spyderco Paramilitary 2, the Ontario Rat 1, and the Buck 110.
The Civivi Backlash seems to live up to the praise other knife YouTubers have given it. The knife cost me about $43. It seems to be well made, and the action is the best I've ever had from a flipper. I could see this becoming one of my favorite locking knives. It's right up there with the Spyderco Paramilitary 2 and the Kershaw Link.